Nicholas Kutnjak, Big John Little and Peter Jolly here, wrapping up the big day of New South Wales Cup Finals football. The first game between the Vulcans and the West Tigers, which saw the Vulcans lose to the West Tigers 34 points to 24. And in the other game between the Windsor Wolves and the Sharks, with the Wolves winning by 2. Big John, the first game, it was 6th place versus 7th place. The West Tigers dominated most of the game, but the Vulcans were there early.
Yeah, they're going great guns. I mean, they could have been even better off, West Tigers, if Mooney had been on his day with his goal kicking. Some of his goal kicking was just atrocious. I don't know where he got his GPS from, but it obviously wasn't from a regular store. It might have been from Kmart.
It was like it was the Four Seasons. It was nice and sunny in the morning or the start of the game. It ended up being overcast. It got better at the end of the game, but still conditions favour the West Tigers.
It did indeed, and they ran out to eventually winners. Auckland was looking, at stages they looked as like they were going to come back into it, but then they'd go into a lull again, and that's when there was their big downfall. They just run hot and cold. Their season is over. Maybe there's a bit better hope for them next season.
Are your thoughts on the West Tigers leading into next week? Do you think they can do it?
I think that they're going to have their limitations. If Mooney is off with his goal kicking, I mean, you've got to score tries, but you also need those extra 2 points of the goal kicking. But I don't see West advancing too far. Maybe next week might be the last of them, but I don't see them going into week 3 of the finals.
Thank you very much, John. And then the big game that happened at 2 p.m. between the Windsor Wolves and the Sharks was a fantastic game. First place playing 4th place. The Windsor Wolves snuck through to get 4th place on the ladder. But, Pete, the Wolves, they were very down in the first half, but it came back fantastically in the second.
Oh, they sure did, and they have to come back as well. You know, it was just the story of the day, though. They just have to hold on to the football. We alluded to it, many times throughout the call. They could have been up by 30 points at half-time if they were able to hold on to the football and score. They weren't able to do that in the first half. Come the second half, well, they got themselves back into the football and they did the little things right. They were able to control the football, and by controlling the football, they were able to control the scoreboard. And now they're only 80 minutes away from the grand final.
Exactly right, but what about the performances from Blake Austin? Matt Moreland played well, and Satani's try that pretty much got him the game when he scored down the Western touch. Played fantastically, but all the boys sort of got going in the second half. That camaraderie that we've seen this year.
Definitely, and that's exactly what you need to do at this time of the year, Nick. Build camaraderie, build up, companionship. The guys know each other better than anyone else, and they've just got to score the tries, and we've seen that. So whoever they face in round 3, week 3, they'll have to be on their game, Windsor, but more importantly, their opposition will have to be on the game, because I feel that the Windsor Wolves will put the whole season behind them. That's what they've got to do. It comes down now to 80 minutes of football for the chance to head to the Olympic Stadium on the first Sunday of October.
Exactly right there, Pete, and it's going to be a fantastic final end of the season, that is for sure. Don't forget to join us for the rest of the season of the New South Wales Cup. You'll be able to see our broadcast schedule on our Twitter, Facebook, and also on our website. On behalf of the commentary team, have a very good evening.